Here come the speakers. Mm.
Welcome to the Regular Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Bowser, and today we get heat. Guest here, Mr. William Young. We're talking the NFL schedule today. And the NFL dropped the 2026 schedule, and now everybody suddenly becomes math mathematicians. Fans are getting prime. Fans are counting prime time games. People are predicting records. Cowboy fans already saying this is our year, and Commanders fans, we set at the schedule trying to figure out if the football gods finally gave us a break. Today we're going to break down the Raiders, Ravens, Cowboys, Commanders schedules, the easiest schedules, the hardest schedules, the strength of schedule, off-season moves, rookie minicamp buzz, and who got absolutely robbed. Let's cook. Again, my guys on here, William Young. Say what's up, Will.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hold on. Say what's oh shit. Say what's up, Will.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
I
Hello,
can't hear you.
everybody.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Hold on. Let's see what's going on right quick. Let me see if I can get you. See if I can get you. So what I want to jump into is first off, schedule strength depends on how you calculate it, how once you calculate it, um, how everything else works.
Backseat.
And then they calculate by previous record, the toughest schedule belongs to Chicago. And use, using Vegas prediction and offseason changes, the Arizona Cardinal owns the hardest path, while the Detroit Lions have the easiest path. So we're going to go through the top. I'm going to say the top what? The top 5 easiest schedules. And like I said, my guy is on here. I'm trying to get him. I can't hear if he's talking or anything. Hey, Will, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Because we're trying
now?
to hear you. We can't hear you.
Let me sound out.
So let me do this. Let me do You came back in. You went out and came back in.
Yeah, signed off to sign back in to get a better
Let me see something, buddy. Hold on.
where the Raider fan at?
So the top the top 5 easiest is the Lions, Saints, Bengals, Browns, and Jets. The top hardest are the Cardinals, the Dolphins, the Panthers, the Cowboys, and the Rams. Dallas fans, bro, you got one of the toughest roads in football. So we're gonna get into the Dallas schedule, get into the reactions of the Cowboys schedules, and then everything pertaining to all the other schedules and everybody else, and the Raider, the Ravens, the Raiders, all of them. So what I really want to will say, Detroit schedule is never easy. I'm going to say this: they got the easiest one. They got the easiest schedule this year, but I get it because of the fact that they're in the that they are in the North, and the North Division is one heck of a division. Um, Especially this year with the people that is on there, the with you know the Bears, with the you got the Bears, you got the Packers, you got different teams that's on there that is going that can make some noise. Now, my thing with that is this. I do think that their path is much tougher than what the league is trying to make it out. I do believe that. I do believe that Detroit will make the playoffs, but it's going to be a tough ride for them to get in.
Can you hear
Um,
me now? Mike, can you hear me?
I'm not sure what a lot of people may think about their schedule, about how their schedule is set up, but I can say this: they do have a schedule. They do have one heck of a schedule. Um, and that's true. You can't trust them. You definitely can't trust them. Detroit, because I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with on Detroit. I'm gonna go with Jared Goff. It's hard to determine which Jared Goff you're going to get when you're dealing with them. And I do agree with you, Will. It's and that's something right there that'll tell me to say, hey, I can't trust y'all because of that reason and that reason alone. I do agree with that. On the other hand, you got to look at who they have though. They got Jameer Gibbs. They got Amon St. Brown. They got themselves a nice team that can make a playoff run. Now, how deep of a playoff run, I don't know, but they they do have it where they can make a good run, especially in the division that they're in. Now, the thing is, given that, is Chicago going to take a step back or what? I don't know. Chicago may not, but I do know one thing that it's going to be good. I don't think the loss of David Montgomery is going to hurt them. It if anything, they will probably continue with what they doing, or what they was doing. But I don't think the David Montgomery loss, it may affect a little bit of how they run their offense, but I don't think it's going to change anything. As long as they got the weapons that they got in the running game and in the passing game, I do think that it's going to be something that is totally different. Um,
Uh,
so with that said, let's get it. Let's start with America's favorite soap opera, the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas has one of the roughest
you gotta
schedules in
get
football
Dimple
this
for
year,
that.
and I
A
gotta ask:
Dimple.
are we sure Dallas isn't cursed? Because every season, here we go. Then January arrives and
Okay.
tragedy strikes. Now,
Uh huh.
here's the issue. You already played the NFC East. You got the Eagles, the Commanders,
How
the
much do you
Giants.
charge?
Then on top of that, you add
100.
heavy hitters
You said
that is
100.
not free. The
Yeah.
Cowboys may legitimately be one
But I trust you
injury
though.
away from chaos. My prediction: 10-7, maybe 11-6, if things break right for them. Um, and what do you think on
Okay.
that, Will? I want to, get your input in the chat. I don't know why I can't get you, but I would definitely take your input
Okay.
on that in the chat.
Okay. Okay. Mhm. Okay.
And then before
That's
we get into his input, I want to get into the to me, I think Dallas, if they can decide on what they're going to do with George Pickens, I think Dallas can make a nice little run in the playoffs. I think Dallas can make a run of where they can say, "Hey, we control a lot of this. We control a lot of what we do. We control a lot of the what you call that. We control a lot of what we can do in the division." Now, if you're asking me if they're going to win the division, I'm going to be straight point honest with you. No, they're not going to win the East. Um, can they make some noise in the East? They could. They could legitimately make some noise in the East. Now, how much noise? I don't know. Um, Will says he bear to differ, so I want to get. Hold on, I want to get his thing on that. I can hear you now, Will. So you say you beg to differ. Why is that?
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I just always thought that Dallas was a coordinator away from having a solid defense, and they got the offense. They got a quarterback. I don't like care for Dak too much, but they got a quarterback, and I think since they franchise tag George Pickens, I think that kind of starts near to the end for CD Lamb in some ways, because Pickens is a true number one, and Pickens truly like opens up the offense for the other receivers better than CeeDee Lamb did. No, he's a better deep threat. But I think Dallas can have a decent year with the new coordinator if they get it together. That's all he was missing was a coordinator. So you having what's his name as the D coordinator last year, who just got fired from Chicago,
Yeah,
which was a bonehead hire. Um,
yeah.
I think your division's going to come down. It's going to be highly contested in your division, but it's going to come down to a game or two of who can stay the healthiest in your division. So It's a wait and see.
I do agree. I do agree with you on that. Dallas improved. They improved their defense on both sides of the ball. I think the team to me in the East that is going to take the step back in the East is the Eagles. And I think with the loss of AJ Brown, that's going to hurt the Eagles a lot. I really do think
Uh,
so.
I, I don't know. And the reason why I say I don't know is because these receivers and these players are built different than the players from yesterday. You get what I'm saying?
Right,
And some they may be more impactful players in this draft than it was yesterday's draft. So you never know. Going back to Detroit real quick, I think they will take a step back with David Montgomery. It was what Knuckles and who was the other name they gave him?
Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic and
Huh?
Knuckles.
Right,
Sonic and
Sonic.
Knuckles.
Okay, they lost Knuckles for the tough yards,
Yeah,
even though they have Sonic, and sometimes Sonic can't get those tough yards. What if Sonic get hurt? They don't have
yeah,
Knuckles. They don't have Knuckles to be able to grind it out. So
yeah.
they're gonna take a step back, but then too, when Knuckles also um can like it's in the passing game when it comes to blocking.
Right,
So Sonic is not that type of guy. He's your leak out the backfield type of running back and everything. He's not a blocker. So they're going to take a step back in that unless they find another Knuckles, which I don't know if
right,
it's on that team.
right. And
But
I agree. I agree.
and then two, the second thing on that, Jared Goff. We don't know how long Jared Goff will play at the elite level he's playing at now, even though he's still young. But we don't know. Can't trust him. He'll throw you a Christmas gift every once in a while. Uh, he's proven that I mean, personally, if I was a coach, I think I would have moved on from Jared Goff. I need somebody who's more mobile and not somebody who's going to stand in the pocket like the Statue of Liberty and just sit there and wait for somebody to hit them, just to deliver the ball. So I don't trust Detroit. I never will, never have, never will trust them at any given time. Even no matter how good that team is, I still don't trust them. Because then you flip to the side of the defense. You can't trust the defense. They
That's
give you
true.
they give you three good quarters, but then the fourth quarter they may wear down, and you don't know.
I will I will say this, and it's only one team I got coming out of the North, and that's the Packers. I Minnesota. I'm with Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy. You ain't got to worry about them. Detroit, like you said, it just depends on what Detroit team you get.
Yeah.
Chicago, Chicago. I'm gonna tell you this: scripts already out on them. Everything's out on them. Everybody knows, basically how to attack them and go after them. And I think Green Bay, with everybody's coming back for Green Bay, I think Green Bay got a lot to prove. And I
I
think
mean,
Green Bay is going to come out of that North.
they did lose some players, though.
They did lose some, but you know how, but they retooed in the draft. So I think Green Bay is going to be that team that is going to run that division and actually win that division. Um, you know, if I will say this, if if Dallas can make George Pickens happy, I think Dallas is going to make some noise in the East. Are they going to win the division? I don't think so.
Uh,
Okay. Are,
mhm.
are they going to get one of the wild card spots? Yeah, they will. It just depends. I'm gonna tell
Is,
you another team that is going to get one of the wild card spots.
if somebody jumped in,
No, that was
C
my that was my phone. Um,
CIDCRRH.
oh yeah, they listening. So my thing is my thing is this: if the Giants can play like the Giants, if the Giants can play better than what they played last year, I think the Giants are going to sneak into the playoffs. I think Harbaugh is going to put that team in the playoffs. They would probably finish with either 9-8 record or a 10-7 record, but they're going to sneak in the playoffs. They're not
Yeah,
going to just
yeah.
walk in.
I don't care if the Giants make it or not. I'm just interested to see Harbaugh's imprint on the team now that he's no longer under DeCosta's thumb, and
Yeah,
that he's able to pick and choose the players that he wants. I'm sure there was players that he wanted to draft that DeCosta said no, we don't want to draft them because of
but
the
the Giants did. Right, right, right,
I'm even going back to the previous drafts.
right.
I'm even
Yeah,
going back to the previous draft because I'm sure there's players that he wanted that were there, but DeCosta said different because of the financial situation.
right,
Because if you get, I feel like this. See, let's go back 10 years. Let's take 10 years off of Derrick Henry's. Let's take 10 years off his age, right?
right,
Derrick Henry was available for us to pick in the draft. Um, AJ Brown was available for us to pick in the draft. Um, it's players that was available for us to pick in the draft, but he chose to go to the second tier players.
right.
If you go back and look at the history of players that was available, I'm sure we could have hit on a lot of those players and been a lot further in our Super Bowl runs or wherever it may be. Just
Oh
because of
yeah,
just because of the financial situation that he didn't want to find himself in, but then bringing back forward, it's now Harbaugh got his whole new team. He's a coach. He oversees. He makes all the cuts and signings and stuff like that. I want to see his imprint.
yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people. I think the Giants are going to be one of the most watched teams because everybody's going to want to see what Harbaugh is going to do and how Harbaugh is going to run that Giants organization. Not only the organization but the team as well.
Yeah.
I do think. I do think that it's going to be slightly different, but I just want to see how his whole entire imprint is. Now, let's move to the Raiders. Fascin. This team is fascinating because Vegas actually feels different now. New faces, new energy. People believe this rebuild may finally be serious. But here's what I want to see. Can they survive the AFC? Because the AFC is ridiculous. Mahomes still exists, Lamar still exists, Josh Allen still exists, and Brady still exists. And every year, every year, somebody random becomes a monster. The Raiders have games that can swing seasons. If they start 4-2, watch out. If they start 1-5, Twitter's going to be on fire. Um, Road predictions 8-9, possible ceiling 10-7. The record prediction is 8-9, possible ceiling 10-7. I can go with the 8-9. It just depends because looking at their first 6 games are winnable games for them,
Mm,
for the Raiders. I do think the Raiders is going to be a different team with Kirk Cousins
nah.
there. If they
Well,
go ahead,
if Kirk Cousins starting,
Kirk Cousins is starting.
okay, okay, but who's the coach? Is Can the coach put it together? That's the question.
Is it their coach? I think it's Kubiak.
Oh, it is Kubiak, yeah.
Yeah,
But can he put it together? Is the question.
that's the question right there. You're right.
So you may have all the talent in the world on offense, on the defense, but can they put it together?
I agree. I agree.
Can Mendoza take this step of being that quarterback? Can he is his skills transferable to the NFL? Can he read? Does he
This
have
is
a um a, a slow learning curve and everything?
this is
It
why
all go
this is why
ahead.
this is why I said last week when we was doing it from my mother's-in-law house and Carlos was there live right beside me.
Who?
If Collins, he was there right beside
Uh,
me, and my brother-in-law Gene. We did the whole thing live from my mother-in-law house last week.
mhm.
But I want to say this, okay? If the Raiders do what Kansas City did with Patrick Mahomes, they will be fine. And what I mean by that is this: if they let Kirk Cousins be that bridge quarterback to Mendoza, set Mendoza for the year, let him learn the playbook, let him see on the field. People, what's the saying that people say, Will? You can't learn by watching. That's a bunch of BS because you can learn by watching. If he can watch and see certain things and feel certain things while he's watching that, I think Mendoza is going to be okay come next year when he start. But if they start Mendoza this year, or even if Mendoza jumps in, let's say Kirk Cousins have a bad first 6 weeks, and then they bitch Mendoza. I mean, they bitch Cousins and bring Mendoza in. Mendoza's gonna have to look over his back because Mendoza knows one thing: if he messes up, then guess what? They're gonna pull him, and you don't want to mess his psyche up like that. So to me, let Kirk Cousins ride this season out. You got him for 1 year. Let him ride this season out with Mendoza and show Mendoza how to play the offense, the NFL style football.
Um, you know who would make a great quarterback coach?
Who's that?
I want you to take a guess at it.
Tom Brady.
No,
Who?
Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Alex Smith learned under Andy Reid because Andy Reid was a quarterback whisperer for who? Joe Montana, Steve DeLong, um, Steve Young, um, so many other quarterbacks under his tutelage, you know. And okay, Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback, but I don't think he's a good teacher.
Yeah. Well, again, we will see. We will definitely see. Now, now, let's get into Baltimore. Now the Ravens, Baltimore quietly got a favorable draw. They're getting around the league. They're sitting around the league's easiest half of schedule and have the 24th easiest slate by one projection. Meanwhile, Lamar Jackson is still Lamar Jackson. Every year, people somehow forget. Then week three arrives, and Jackson turns somebody into a myth. The Ravens don't really have huge glaring weaknesses. Strong defense, playmakers, quarterback, coaching. This feels like another double-digit win season. People are predicting. Well, some is predicting 12-5. Only thing,
So
the only thing I bear to differ on is the coaching.
yeah, we'll see.
We'll see
Like I
how the
said,
coaching turns out.
we'll see. I mean, so so week one, the Saints come here. Then week two, we go to Rio de Janeiro,
Rio de
Brazil.
Janeiro. Y'all go to Brazil to play the Cowboys.
Then week um,
No, that
then
Cowboy game week three.
that's week three.
Okay,
Week
who y'all got
four,
week one?
we got the Colts
So y'all got the coach week one.
and the Saints week two,
So that's gonna be
Cowboys week three,
okay.
and Tennessee week four.
So I can
Then
see y'all finishing 3-1, possibly 2-2. Go
then we
ahead.
got the Falcons.
That's a win. Keep going.
Then we got then we got the Browns.
That's a win. That's four wins right there. Two
And
losses.
Cincinnati
Y'all normally split with them, so I'm gonna get Cincinnati. Where's that game at?
here.
I'm gonna give Baltimore that one. That's 5 wins.
Then it's the rematch.
Who?
Josh and Lamar,
I'm gonna get that one to the Bills. Where's it at?
Highmark Stadium.
I'm gonna get that one to the Bills. 5-3.
Then we got the Jaguars.
Ooh.
Then,
Ooh.
then,
Where's that game at?
here. Then we got
Ooh.
then
Jacksonville's
we
a good
got
team.
then we got the Chargers.
5-4. 6-4. Go ahead.
Then we got the Panthers.
Ooh. They
Then we
good
got
too.
another then we got another revenge game. It's the
6-5.
Texans. The Texans
Ooh.
at
Six and
Relon
six.
Stadium.
Six and
Tampa
six.
Bay.
Ooh. I'm
Then
gonna
we
give
go
y'all that
to
one. Seven and
then we
six.
go then we go to then we go further north. Well, we go to Pittsburgh.
7-7.
Browns.
8-7.
Yeah, yeah. So that's us. Yeah,
I got y'all finishing anywhere between I'm gonna say 10-7 and 9-8.
Mm. Yeah.
Nah. Okay. Now we're talking about teams, Washington Commanders. Now we're talking Commanders fans standing up. Last season, expectations change. Now this schedule is interesting. Washington lands near the middle of the league by opponent strength. The thing I care about, when are the division games? Because timing matters. If you catch teams late after injuries, after fatigue, that changes everything. Um, that changes everything. And here's what I'm excited. Here's here's why I'm excited. This team finally has juice. People respect Washington again. This feels weird to say. I think the season becomes I
And
think this season becomes, can they make the jump from dangerous to contender? My prediction, which I already predicted, 11-6.
so your first game, September
Commanders
13th,
win
and
the
the
division.
Eagle.
Yes, I said it. Go ahead. You got the thing is, they got the Eagles and the Cowboys back to back, both at 425 and both on the road. Okay.
Yeah.
I, this is my thing. Okay. We're going to go back to what we just talked about. This is my thing. And this is why I say it's good for them to catch them early because of the
Mhm.
fact they are just going to be learning their new coordinators. Philly is going to be learning their new offensive coordinator on on what plays he like on certain downs and distances. Remember, you can't do the same thing that you did last year that you can this year. You see what I'm
Hey,
saying?
what?
So it ain't like that. Let's say third and five, they're gonna run the ball. The coordinator might say third and five, let's pass the ball.
But
Then they
what's
not
a good? But what does a good quarterback always do?
then they're not gonna have AJ Brown.
But
Okay.
what does a quarterback always do though?
What?
A good quarterback always know how to improvise on offense, no matter if they have a new OC.
Listen,
If a quarterback can play a quarterback, it's just like Brady going to it's like Brady going to Tampa Bay, learning a new system in Tampa Bay.
we're not talking about we're talking about Jalen Hurts.
Listen, let me say
We're
this to you.
talking a totally different. We're
Let me
not
say this
talking
to you.
Lamar. We're
Let me
not
say
talking
this.
Lamar.
Let me
We're
say
not
this. Let me say
talking
this.
Brady.
Okay, fine.
We're
Let me say this to you. From Jalen Hurts' history of college and pros, he's had different offensive coordinators, and he has adjusted and did just fine.
The
Has some
thing
bumps.
is,
Has some bumps and has some bumps along the way, but he did just fine.
um, you can say that, but I'm gonna say this. Hold on. Um, I'm gonna say this, okay? When you're when so this is my thing on that, okay? Jalen Hurts has digressed, okay? So when he went from Shane Steichen to more to his current one to this one, he ain't been the same. So to me, I like to catch Jalen Hurts early. learning this new offense. Week one, I want to catch them early.
Aren't y'all learning new offense too?
We're not learning the new offense. What we're learning is getting Jaden where Jaden should have been, playing on the
Uh,
center.
but aren't y'all learning a new offense under a different OC?
You're learning a different, it's the same offense, just different terminology.
Are you learning a new
Because
offense? Are you learning a new
you're
offense under a different OC though?
again, same offense, different terminology.
Who? So
David Blau is calling what Cliff Kingsbury would have called just Jaden's going to be on center. That's it.
okay,
Yeah, that's it.
okay, all right. Let's try to figure it out. Okay, I figured under David Blah different new terminology, but see, learning something different. No matter you learn something different. Okay, new terminology. Okay,
Yeah, it's it's the same. It's the same offense. Okay, it's the same offense that Cliff Kingsbury, Ben Johnson, all of them run. It's just the difference is you're getting Jaden under center.
okay,
Okay, it's just like Lamar. Lamar's going to be learning the new. Lamar's going to totally be learning a whole new offense because that coordinator wasn't there. David Blau was there last year. David Blau had a lot of input. But the thing is, and like they said it, if you go back and if you look at it, look at Marcus Mariota, okay, last year, when Mariota was under center. A lot of them under center plays was called by David Blau, not by Cliff Kingsbury. That's why Marcus
okay,
Mariota was under center a lot. It's the same offense, just different terminology. That's it. It's just
okay,
you're getting Jaden under center more instead of him being in RPO more.
okay,
Yeah, that's the difference in the offense. It's the same offense.
okay.
So I want to get into some quick fire schedule questions. Who got help? Did the Lions, Saints, or Bengals get help? And who got hurt? Cowboy. Who got? First, we're gonna start with who got help? Lions, Saints, or the Bengals?
You got what?
Who got help? This is a quick fire schedule quiz. Was it the Lions, Saints, or the Bengals? The Lions, the easy schedule. I think about
Saints.
it. Okay. All right. I can go with that. Who got hurt? Cowboys, Cardinals, or Dolphins?
Dolphins.
You know who I think they should have threw up in there?
Cool.
Washington. And the reason why I say that is this: if they can get out of there, if they can go into the bye week 3-3, if they can
Uh
go to
huh.
the bye 3-3, they got a chance.
Right.
Even if they go into the bye 3-4, they got a chance. If they go into the bye anything less than anything more than 4 losses, they're done. Because the easiest part of your schedule, I can't say that because the easiest part of their schedule is the second half. I don't know what the NFL was thinking. I guess the computer says put it in and we're gonna make all their tough games first and their easy games the second half of the season. That's the first time I've seen the schedule like that. But I do agree with you. To me, they got hurt. Now, who got the biggest trap schedule?
Between who?
Okay, so
Let's see.
I'm looking at it, and a lot of people saying the Ravens because easy schedules becomes dangerous when people start assuming wins.
Hmm.
Y'all got the fifth easiest schedule.
So I I ain't never say our schedule is easy, and I hate when they say
Well,
people
they go by
say
script. They go by
I get that,
right.
but I hate when they say the schedule is easy because any given Sunday a team could feel disrespected and you don't know how things play out.
Correct.
You look at the Raiders schedule and the Raiders schedule is like it's like they got they got the Dolphins, Chargers, Saints first three games. Then they got the Chiefs, Patriots, Bills, Rams, Jets, Niners, Seahawks, Broncos, Browns. I don't see that many wins for the Raiders. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Again, like you say, the game has to be played. On paper, you
Again,
can't. The game has to be played.
I mean, yeah, the game has to be played, yeah. And I mean, I'm looking at your usual suspects and everything. And they're not your usual suspects. They're your teams that 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 are true.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see. We will see. Now, let's hit off-season headlines. Rookie mini camps are underway. Everybody's posting best shape of players that's in the best shape of their lives. We're looking for explosiveness, unbelievable
Mm-hmm.
leadership. Every rookie suddenly looks like a Hall of Famer in shorts. I love it,
Mm-hmm.
but I need pads, I need contact, and I need actual football.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree with that. I want to see how everybody looks in pads. I want to see how everybody look because mandatory mini camps is coming up. I want to see training camp and everything else. I know they're getting ready to take their. I know they got mini camps coming up before they take their little slight vacation and then they come back in July for the full training camp. So let's see. But biggest offseason questions. Question one. This starts with my team. Can Washington continue building? I'm gonna say yeah. Um, I really would like them to table the Brandon Ayuk thing and go get Stephon Diggs. I think if they get Stephon Diggs, huh? I think if they
This is the problem right here, the alignment.
Use alignment.
No, they did the alignment right. They did the alignment.
I
You
get
Mike.
Steph, I
Mike.
think if they get Stephon Diggs, I think you'll be seeing something totally different if they get Stephon Diggs.
I'll put
I
one in
like
here,
the fact that
both side.
they're talking, about doing it,
Okay.
but I
All
do,
right.
Yes, so I want to show you from here.
Okay. All right.
but but I do things with. I think they need to table the Brandon Ayuk talk and go get Stephon Diggs.
Uh, can you hear me?
I do. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Um, what you saying, Brandon? I
It says the biggest offseason questions can Washington continue building? Yes, they can continue building, but I prefer them to continue building with Stephon Diggs and Brandon Ayuk.
Nah.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. How many teams has Stephon Diggs been on in the last 5 years?
4.
Five, 4 teams,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What has he done them last 4 years?
Crap.
What?
He put up some good yardage.
Okay, I get ready to say. All 4 years he done had 1,000 yards. All 4 years. Even the Super Bowl run for the Patriots, he had over 1,000 yards.
I think before any team is to sign Stephon Diggs, they need to sit him down and have a talk with him
About what?
about his off the field issues.
What? His choice of baby mamas? What?
No, not
His
not not the choice, not the choice of baby mothers, but it's the choice of
what? The
okay,
chef thing that he got found not
it's
guilty of?
right, and
Yeah. She just making noise because he was with Cardi B and and she wanted him. That's all that was about.
but he was sleeping with her at the same time.
So who has not done that? And their assistants. Who hasn't done that? What's the problem with that? You gonna tell a man? You gonna sit a man down and say we don't want you having sex with your chef?
No, no,
Your chef? What? This is the thing. Think about this
keep your
question I'm getting ready to ask you.
keep your
What?
off season. Um, this is why he couldn't produce in the playoffs last year for the Patriots because he had
Why
that
couldn't
lumen over his head. He
he
had that
produce?
lumen over his head.
I can't go with that
Huh?
because the Patriots was trying is is saying their biggest mistake was not signing him to a long term deal. They want him
Uh,
back. My thing is that now, if the Ravens reach out to get him, then what? You don't think the Ravens should go get him?
let's revisit something.
Yeah.
That's
Huh?
he's 32 years old. He's old.
Dude, the man is putting up.
He's
Okay. Keenan
he's
Allen has been
32 years
putting up
old.
1,000 yards season.
Mike, I'm
Keenan
throwing
Allen
back.
36 and putting up 1,000
I'm
yards.
throwing I'm throwing your arguments back at you. Well, because when we sign a 32-year-old receiver, why are you getting him? He's old.
Yeah, why did y'all
So
get
30, Hopkins
Hopkins?
30 Hopkins is 32 years
Hopkins,
old.
right. But how many teams has Hopkins been on, right? Okay. Not
14
only
in
that,
4 years.
right. And how many 1,000 yard season has he had in them 4 teams in 4 years?
He had a consistent 1,000-yard seasons
No, 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 no,
outside.
no, 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 no. Years. How many 1,000 yard seasons did he have? Damn, you got quiet. That's what I'm saying. If the consistency is there at 32, and this man proved it, he proved it. He did 1,000 yards last year. He did 1,000 yards the year before that. He did 1,000 yards. This man has done 1,000 yard season consistently 4 years in a row at the age of
Okay.
32. Will I take? Yes, he lost his speed, but will I bring him in with Lamar Jackson? Heck yeah. Matter of fact, the Ravens should have already signed him. He should be in camp right now with the Ravens. That's a different talent on a different level. That's the only reason why I'm giving a G pass on that. They didn't go after Jawan Jennings. I don't know why.
Okay, so
But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1,000 yard receiving in his career.
Who?
DeAndre Hopkins, seven 1,000 yard seasons,
His
and
last four.
the
How many?
last 4 years. Um,
What I call his free agent season.
no, okay, so in the last 4 years, last couple, so this is the thing. So in Tennessee, his first year in Tennessee,
I'm not talking his first year. We're
listen, listen,
talking when he left
listen to
Tennessee and he
listen
went
to him,
to
listen to him. Let me finish.
Arizona and everywhere else.
Let me finish. Let me finish. So in his first year in Tennessee, after he left Arizona, he was heavy. Okay, matter of fact, let's go back to Arizona. He was speaking of Arizona. In
I
the
want to
first year,
speak
f-
since he left
wait,
Houston.
wait a minute. Okay,
He
since he
became a
left,
free agent.
okay, so the first couple years in Houston, his rookie year he put up 800 yards. Second year he put up 1,200 yards.
No, I'm not
Third,
talking about him.
let,
I'm
well, let
talking
me
about
let me
after he
finish.
left.
Let
After he left.
let me finish. Let me finish. You, so he so after he left Houston, 1,400 yards. That's when they was going to him heavily. Then they went away from him. Then they went to 572. Then they had to go back to him, 717. They went to Tennessee, 1,057. So he's only like 3 years removed from the 1,000 yard season from Tennessee.
Okay, 3 years removed. Now, now,
What I'm saying is, um, they changed offense. Those years they changed offensive philosophies. They went away. They went to Tennessee. Hey,
if that man was
appreciate
such
you,
of a
man.
threat,
All right.
if that
See,
man,
I see you next Saturday.
if if that man was such of a
Okay.
threat, if he was
He,
such of a threat, right?
he
He
was.
would have been he would have been
They,
featured like Stephon Diggs was.
but that's the thing. Um, he was a threat. He was a threat in Tennessee. He had those good years, but then when they changed OCs in the middle of the year, the OC went away from him. Went away from him in those times. I remember it. I remember that
The
because
question is
then
this. This is
they
my
had some
question to
young.
you.
What?
This is my question to you. Would you Stephon Diggs?
Huh?
Would you want D Hop back or Stephon Diggs?
Give me D Hop, and
Over
I can tell
Diggs.
you why.
That
Yes,
explains
and I can tell you why.
that explains
No, no,
why
no,
the
no.
Ravens
Stop.
are
No,
mediocre.
no, stop. No, listen. Do you know why his stats dropped in Tennessee?
My question to
Do you know
you
why?
is this.
But no, do you know why his stat? Do you know why his stats dropped in Tennessee?
As you say, they changed the offense and all of this and all of that. You don't change the offense if you got a guy
That's not.
producing 1,000
That's
yards.
that's that's
So it
that's
did.
that's not the only. That's not the only reason why his stats dropped.
What was his stats
That's
last year
just
with Baltimore?
Mike. Just listen for a second. Stop. Listen,
What was his? I'm listening. What was
Mike.
his
Listen.
stats last year
No,
with Baltimore?
listen. If you take AJ Brown's career and you put it alongside D Hop's career, let's do the math and subtracting 8 years from today. From eight. So when D Hop was in Tennessee, AJ Brown was in his second year. It was AJ Brown and Tajay Sharp. Okay, when those two receivers start coming on, is when D Hop's stats start to diminish more in Tennessee. So it was more AJ Brown coming on and using less of D Hop in the passing game. It was more AJ Brown and Tajay Sharp
Okay,
in
so
Tennessee.
when he left, and he went to Arizona, what happened? He didn't
He
get 1,000 yards.
um,
When he went
he
to
did
yards,
too. See, you looking at see this is the
I'm
this the
looking at
this is
production for the next
but
4 years,
but
for the
this is
last
the
4 years.
but this is the frustrating part right here. Okay, before he left and went to Tennessee, 1,057 yards, did 173 yards. What receiver came in 2024 in Tennessee that they stopped using D Hop? See, why. There's a reason why they
Again,
you Mike. I
if
get
you
what
was a
look.
prolific, listen, if you ain't, and you know the answer to this, if you was that prolific wide receiver
It,
or that
Mike,
receiver
I'm
that
just
you listen,
see,
listen,
but you
I
but you-
don't
but you over
care what
but you overshadow what I'm saying though. You
you're
overshadow. You over. It doesn't matter how prolific you was. It's the direction that the organization wants to go into that makes a difference. You can be as
and
prolific as you
no
want,
offensive coordinator is going to shy away from their
and
main weapon.
and
Okay,
and they did,
okay.
and they absolutely did shy away from that.
Stephon Diggs.
Oh,
So this is what I'm gonna say to you. Okay. Do you think New England would have went as far as they did if they didn't have Stephon Diggs? Thank you.
I think you know what?
He went
Who's I
further.
don't know. I don't know who. I don't know.
I'm gonna
Let's
say something
let, 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 let,
after
let,
you
let, let, let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. I got a rebuttal for that.
I'm gonna say
New,
something
Eng-
after you
New,
rebuttal this.
New New England would not have went as far if they did not have a Josh McDaniel as OC.
Bullshit. BS.
No, it's
BS.
not bullshit. It's
It was
not bullshit.
BS.
It's not. It's not bullshit.
I will say
It-
this, and I mean this. If Diggs was in Baltimore, Baltimore would have went to the Super Bowl.
that's not necessary. Okay, understand this. If Diggs was such a big deal, where was he last Super Bowl? Where was he? Oh, you couldn't find him. One catch, 10 yards. Where was he? No
Look
show.
what deep look what defense he was
It
playing
doesn't
against.
matter if you just said prolific.
Come on,
Prolific.
man. That
No,
man,
you can't say a person. You can't call somebody prolific and say, "Oh, look what defense he's showing." If you're, if
how many of the
okay,
best that got shut
okay,
down
so,
by
okay,
good defenses? How many of the
okay.
best that got shut down by good defenses? Thank you.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
I mean, what?
How many of the best has been shut down by good defenses?
Not, not. Is some players. No, is some players. You got some players. No matter how good the defense is, how good the corner is, they get theirs.
Not if you double teaming and triple teaming.
Hell, look at T.O. He was double team, triple team in the Super Bowl. He still showed out
That was
against
T.O.
Belichick.
That was
No, no,
T.O.
no, 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 no.
We
You
talking
talking about
years ago.
no? You talking about good receivers, great prolific
Right,
receivers.
right.
So,
Again,
Mike, come on, man. Prolific
if
is
if
prolific.
if if Diggs was in Baltimore,
We would not if Diggs was in Baltimore. Okay,
y'all
we
would have
would
went to the
have.
Super Bowl.
That's Mike. It Mike. It
Because you
wasn't
want to know
all.
why?
You know why we went to? You know why New England went? It wasn't all Stephon Diggs in the big
Listen,
game. It was. It
listen,
was
this
how
is what
many?
I'm trying to say.
How many catches did he have in a championship game? How many catches?
This is what
How
I
how
I
many
don't have the stat.
catches?
I don't have the
No.
stat in front of me. But but
I need the stats. How many
but
catches did? How
this is
many
the reason
catches?
why. How many catches did D Hop have in the championship game? Oh, none, because y'all didn't make it. Come on, man.
You know what?
The reason why I said the
I would
reason why
say
I say this,
I will be able to count on D Hop if he was given the playing time, given the looks. I can count on him more than I can count on Diggs in big games.
I I can't because you want to know
I
why?
can. Why?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, and this is
Go
why I
go
say with
go to the stat.
Baltimore would have went to the Super Bowl. Okay, if Diggs was there because of this reason.
Bullshit.
Listen,
Bullshit.
listen, listen. No, listen, listen. Y'all had Mark Andrews. Y'all had Likely. Y'all had a running game. Okay. Now, the thing that was hurting y'all was they kept double and triple teaming Zay Flowers. If you put Stephon on the other side, guess what? That double team no longer exists for Zay Flowers. That opens up now the passing game for Lamar. Okay.
Oh my
Now, if
god.
we try to shift coverage over to Zay Flowers, that opens up the passing game for him to give it to Diggs. He is a solid number two that on the field you cannot say we can double. If he was in Baltimore, do you think they would have double Zay Flowers? Be honest.
Mike, you know what? I'm gonna say this to you.
Answer the
I'm
question.
s-
Don't dance around it. Don't be Donald
no,
Trump
no.
and dance around it. Answer the
What's the
question.
question?
The question is, if he was there with y'all, do you think Zay Flowers would have been double teamed this whole season?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Right. He
This
wouldn't.
is what I believe. This is what I believe. If D Hop was given more playing opportunities, given more playing time on the field, they would not be able to double team Zay Flowers. I believe
Yes,
that.
they will. Yes, they will.
No, they could not, because cause think about it. And Troy Aikman and Joe Buck has said it countless times that he has more contested catches than any other players in the league history. So you have to double team D Hop. You got to double team him because he's the one player who is consistently can get open at any given time.
Well, guess what? It ain't he ain't get open for y'all.
Because because first and foremost, Harbaugh didn't want to go to him, and
It ain't
the
hardball. If
OC
you
didn't want to go to him. The
it
OC,
listen,
listen, man.
listen,
You know what?
listen.
I say like
If people say
I'm
this,
say this.
people say this. Listen, this is what people say. Okay, a quarterback. And they broke it down perfectly. They broke it down perfectly. You got. I'm gonna use Detroit as an example because I don't want to. Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna use us as an example. Okay, in 2024, you had Trey McLaurin, then you just have receivers.
I understand the
Right.
trust.
Well,
I understand the
no, no,
trust
no, 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 no,
factor.
no,
You
no,
want to
no.
say
It ain't-
JJ had
No, no. I'm
what
not gonna
is it?
say that. This is what I'm saying. Okay, you have your number one receiver, then you have just receivers. Receivers finds a way to get themselves open when they're on the field. Okay, no matter what the play call is, a receiver is going to find his way to get open and take that pressure off the quarterback. If you are a D hop, you're going to find your way to get open so Lamar can see you
Guess
and throw you the ball.
guess
Okay?
what? Guess what? Guess the hell what? Guess what?
It ain't happened because why?
No,
Because
no. You didn't watch our games like that. Remember, you don't watch our games. The games that I've watched Lamar put the ball in the spot, and D Hop has come down four of those four out of those five throws that Lamar has thrown to him. D Hop has gotten open on different spots. Lamar just missed them. So D Hop gets open. It's just he's not getting the time. If he gets the time,
Okay.
it,
D Hop
so you
D
know
Hop had this D Hop had more so Shannon told me to go to the stats. Now I'm going to the stats. His past 2 years, he has more yardage with the Chiefs than he had with the Ravens. He had
he only
41
threw he
400. Listen, he had 41 catches, 437 yards,
yeah, I
35
know that. I
and
know
four
that. I know
touchdowns.
that. But you
In
know that
Baltimore,
that's the
he had
and
in Baltimore
and
he had 20.
that's the point. That is the point. That is the point. The Chief, okay. The Chiefs did not use him. They used him. They used him, but didn't use him as much.
No, he got open.
Baltimore, but Baltimore did not use him. Like you know, if D Hop come in on a full season, if he comes in a full season, we got him in the middle of the season. He wasn't a full season, middle of the season. If he comes in a full season, he has more yards and catches between him and Flowers. They have catches. Baltimore will advances. Baltimore wins a majority of their games if he comes in the full season. You can't ask a player to come in mid-season and hey, give me 1,000 yards, give me this, give me that. If you're not gonna play the man, if you're not gonna play the man, how can he give you any type of production? Or he may get in he may get in 1, 2 plays out of 100 snaps during the course of a game. So you can't ask for mass production
Okay.
if
Okay.
you're not going to play.
All right. So
So
listen.
if you
So listen. And this is why I said this. So I'm gonna start from 20 from when Diggs was 27. So 2020, Diggs had 1,500 yards. He had 1,200 yards in 21. He had
oh
1,400 yards in 22. Diggs. He had, and all with Buffalo. He had 1,100 yards in Buffalo in 2023. He only had 497 yards because 496 yards because he was hurt. He only played 8 games. He done played 16 and 17 games each of these years. Last year, he had 1,100 and 1,013 yards. Okay. 17
you,
games he played.
you, you know why he had those? Do you know why he had those yards?
Again, this is my
Do you know
question.
why? Do you know why he had
Would
those yards? It's the
y'all
question.
want
Do you know? No, no,
why
Mike. Do
would
you know
you
why? Do
why
you know why?
why why didn't y'all sign him?
Mike, why? Mike, you see, this is you're missing. You're missing again. Why did he have those yards? Those yards in Buffalo. Why? Because Buffalo did not have no receivers, so it was a heavy dependent Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs show. If you don't
Neither
have
does
no
Baltimore.
offensive player,
Does Baltimore.
Mike, we
Neither does
wasn't
Baltimore.
dependent on Mike. Mike, you know what?
Go ahead. You can't even say it. You can't even say it. Baltimore don't have no
No,
receivers. If you have a
no,
receiver out there
no.
like a Stephon Diggs, y'all need to go get him.
Why should? That's
We
the
didn't have no
thing.
receiver.
I think you see. We had Baltimore had receive. We could spread the ball around to either tight ends and receivers. We
And
spread it
how
around,
and look,
and
how has that been working for y'all?
it
Like
worked pretty damn well,
I can't
except
tell.
for something.
I can't tell. I can't tell.
Give me
But we're gonna end it like
the
this.
23.
We're going to see how We're going
Yeah.
to see how the rest of the off season goes. We're going to see what teams are going to do, and we are also going to see how camps work out. It's been a great off season this time around, and it's been a great rookie
Yeah.
mini camp. We will be.
And I'm gonna end.
We
I'm gonna
will.
end this and say this:
Okay.
it's a wait and see type of deal. Um, I think we had some impressive rookies and all. There's gonna be some surprises.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. That's all, folks.
That's it. And it's been great. This is the Regular Guys podcast. Will, I want to thank you. And we'll catch y'all next week. Have a great day.
Take care.
Uh,
Bye.